Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel if you haven't already watched my videos, and welcome to this video. I start a lot of my videos by saying that if you're going to watch my channel, then you have to understand that I am a busy mother of 3 kids and 1 on the way. And it's informal. It's not very high tech, and it is what it is. There's going to be pauses. There's going to be all kinds of interruptions and things, but I do what I can, and I have a lot to say and share with all of you. So again, welcome. Alright, so this video is entitled Womancraft or about Womancraft and what Womancraft is, or is in my experience and in my deep experience in being a woman who has connected deeply all of her life to her heritage and her roots, and which is a fundamental part of who I am as a woman, and then rediscovering over and over again what that means, and to sort of understand who I am and what my work is, understanding what Womancraft is in my deep experience and lifehood. Womanhood is fundamentally important. So, well, I hope everything's okay over there. So, Womancraft. Basically, if I were to start, before Westernization, which basically happened about a few hundred years ago, it spread all over the world. Before Westernization, matriarchies were very prevalent all over the ancient world. Also patriarchies, but matriarchy was very, very prevalent in the old religions and spirituality. The goddess was very, very much honored and given much attention to in her connection and guidance of women as the gateways to life, as the first environment for humans and the ones who have birthed our peoples and of our nations and of our world. And the traditions, the spirituality, the deep rhythmical cycles that have developed surrounding this understanding of and reality of woman connection in the ancient world. Women developed Womancraft. Womancraft includes the wisdoms, mysteries, and understandings of pregnancy, childbirth, sex, menstruation, the mysteries of womanly emotion, psyche, spirit, soul, rhythm, cycle, her connection to the moon, and the cycles of the moon, and the goddess deities were central to that, many times to those practices. But also Womancraft includes cooking, keeping house. Now I want to get into more of that. With Westernization, cooking, keeping house, all that stuff ended up being, in many cases, a very oppressive thing, used to imprison women, and also, and then it became considered. It was thrown out completely after that, or almost completely. And so, cooking, keeping house, raising children, weaving. Women are very associated throughout the ancient world and history with weaving, spinning, knitting, sewing, gardening, knowledge of herbs, of earth, knowledge of life and death. Thanks for waiting. Little pause there. And as I always say, that will happen in my videos. The knowledge of the herbs, knowledge of medicine, of earth, because it was and still is believed in and understood in many parts of the world that women are earth. We implant and grow life. Life springs forth from us. And so let me just talk about this, in a non-Western feminist view. I'm not a feminist. I support feminism in many ways. I'm not a feminist. My culture, my heritage, who I am, my identity does not relate to feminism, Western feminism. And feminism came out of Western world, so it is inherently Western in its most popular explanation, sense. But the woman's realm being the realm of nurture, and the house and the household, in an ancient sense, in a sense rooted in goddess cultures, rooted in ancient cultures, which I am the product of, which we are all the product of, but the Western world has been very cut off from that, especially. Those realms are actually are empowering realms for women, where women can discover ourselves and our bodies through our connection with each other, and weaving and cooking and knitting and knowledge of craft and worship and spirituality with the goddess and with in relationship to the masculine, was and still is in some places in the world a very empowering realm for women. It's a space that is a woman's space, in which women cultivate, grow, connect with each other in order to understand and connect with the world. And midwifery. I said midwifery. I don't know if I said midwifery. It's also womancraft. And the understanding, what goes along with this is the understanding and the importance of woman's space, of woman's realm, and whatever the belief systems that swirl around this realm, that this realm is respected, is preserved. Now, it's been attacked and overrun for thousands of years by different cycles and of war, of colonization, of different things. In the present era, westernization is predominant in the world as a superpower, and it tends to flood out a lot of woman culture and womancraft in the world with a more Western feminist understanding social understanding of who women are. And primarily, I kind of want to say, just sort of, I don't want this video to go on too long. I'm working on the videos being a little shorter when possible, and unless it's really necessary to make it longer. But that sorry, what was I saying? Oh, that the primary thing really, in my experience as a woman of color, someone really deeply associated and rooted in culture and her people in the ancient realm, is that connection, the woman to woman connection, that legacy from passed down from grandmother to mother to daughter of womancraft. Lessons of life and death and cycles, the woman's cycles and wisdom were taught in the craft, womancraft. Not only in the fundamentals of birth, pregnancy, sex, menstruation, postpartum, motherhood, midwifery, but also in the crafts of knitting, weaving, sewing, cooking, herbal knowledge. All those things were taught from grandmother to mother to daughter, and was passed down as sacred woman rites of passage. And this woman to woman connection created the garden, the deep, fertile garden and soil in which women grew. And as I said before, still grow today in some realms in the world, although it is practiced many times underground and not as publicly because of the predominance of Western thinking and more modernization and things. So that's what I wanted to say for this video, sort of an introduction to Womancraft, and my second video in my playlist, Tap Into Intuition. So thanks so much for watching, and God bless.